2 days after imposing sweeping tariffs on America's closest economic partners, Trump has signed a new executive order that signals a change of heart, even if it's for just a month. President Donald Trump announced that he would temporarily exempt goods from Canada and Mexico from the 25% tariffs he had imposed earlier in the week. These exemptions include those goods that are covered under the existing trade agreement between the US, Mexico, and Canada, which was renegotiated by Trump himself in his first term as president. Trump spoke to his counterpart in Mexico in a call that was labeled as excellent and respectful before announcing the suspension of these levies. Unlike Canada, which had immediately announced retaliatory tariffs on US goods, Mexico had said it would wait and respond on Sunday.
And I spoke to the president of Mexico, wonderful woman, today, and we helped them out with the problem they were having to do with the tariffs, short-term tariffs. And we had a very good conversation.
The good conversation Trump refers to also includes efforts taken by Mexico to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal immigrants into the US, something that has clearly made President Trump very happy. This exemption applies till the 2nd of April. That's when Trump has announced reciprocal tariffs would kick in. Those are not going to be limited to Canada and Mexico, but to every nation that does business with the US. Initially, Trump had only mentioned an exemption for Mexico, but the final amendment to his order also extended the same relief to Canada. Taking a cue from the US suspension, Canada has also said it is deferring its plan to levy a second set of tariffs on $125 billion worth of US products till April 2nd. Canada's 25% tariffs on $30 billion of US goods remains in place, just as the US hasn't removed all Canadian goods from the levies. The tariffs, which took effect on Tuesday, which is March 4th, had already sent shockwaves through financial markets and concerned business leaders across North America. Just a day before the suspension, Trump had provided relief to automakers who had complained that the tariffs would severely cripple American car makers. The amendment also specifically excludes duties on potash, a key fertilizer that US farmers rely on. Many US farmers welcomed the exemption on potash, as fertilizers are essential to maintaining agricultural productivity and keeping food prices stable. But the exemption does not fully cover energy products imported from Canada, as those are subject to a separate 10% levy imposed by Trump. A White House official explained that not all Canadian energy products fall under the US-Mexico-Canada agreement, which is why the exemption does not apply to them in full. Economists have cautioned that the tariffs could worsen inflation, which has already been a major concern for the US economy in recent years. The Trump administration has repeatedly emphasized that these tariffs are necessary to protect American industries and national security, despite concerns from economic experts. Business leaders in Canada and Mexico say the uncertainty surrounding trade policies makes it very difficult to plan for long-term investments. The wait-and-watch game continues as America's neighbors heave a temporary sigh of relief.
This agreement is valid until April 2nd. Remember that he announced that on April 2nd, he is going to announce tariffs to all the countries in the world. So he places Mexico within that international agreement or the decision he is going to make, more than agreement because it is their decision. But he puts us within just like any other country in the world, not with what he was doing now that finally excluded us.
For now, businesses in all three countries are bracing for potential economic turbulence as Trump's trade policies continue to shift rapidly. For more such videos, subscribe to SNG News and make sure you like our videos and share them as well.